and entertainment. Back again with another one. Hit the like, sub to this channel if you're not a member, and also hit them notifications too. Um, I'm not gonna keep y'all too long. I needed to talk about this situation right here. I'm kind of a little late on this. I know it's been out there. They've already talked about this, but I definitely gotta give my $5 in on this. My 2 cents, whatever you want to call it. Look, I have to really cook on this right here, and usually, if you don't know my channel, I don't sit here and every other video I'm talking about LeBron and LeBron this and LeBron that. You know what I'm saying? That's just not what I do over here. But in this case right here, it has to be talked about. Now, I do want to give a shout out to a couple of the brothers that was on live with me earlier. I want to give a shout out to the brother Cypress TV. Definitely go sub to his channel. I want to give a shout out to the brother T Price, or AKA Old Head Podcast. Definitely go sub to his channel. I want to give a shout out to the Will Strong Show. Raise your hand. Go holler at the brother, the Will Strong Show, and also the brother Esh Young too as well, being up there. And then salute to Stephen Green too. Definitely go sub to Stephen Green too. Um, Look, here we go again, and of course, for those of y'all that don't know, uh, the media pretty much bowed down to LeBron with his bullshit. Okay, let him get away with whatever he wants to say and do. But over here, we're not going to do that shit. Okay. Um, he was asked, what are the expectations for the team this season? Now, most thoroughbred leaders, okay, most thoroughbred leaders would have responded with an answer like, okay, look, uh, we have a goal that we have to reach, and it's a championship. Or, especially being a Laker, your answer should be, of course, championship or bust. Or your expectations should be, uh, we're going to get to the finals, and our goal is to win the finals. None of that occurred, and none of those answers came out. What's up with it, Steven? I see you in here, man. You said salute Bronny getting handouts. Listen, I'm gonna be real with you, okay? I'm gonna be 100 with you. This right here is one of the primary reasons why the Lakers don't play with an edge. Is because of poor leadership like this. Do you not know what culture that you are playing for? If anything, you really shouldn't be saying anything at all. Because the more that you talk, the more that people tend to lose respect for what you are doing. You're talking about you don't have anything left to prove. Okay, and maybe your eyes and a lot of people other eyes, that may be true. Okay, but for the Lakers organization, there's expectations every year. They don't care if you now look, you can't sit up there and say on one end, okay, well, I'm 40 years old, I can still get it done, I still got a lot left in the tank. Then you're saying, okay, yeah, well, there's unfair expectations on us, and all this other stuff. No, Just because you got a new coach, just because a new coach in which you brought over there, a coach that had no experience, in which you could have stuck with Darvin Ham, but instead you let your ego get involved, and you want to be able to control everything just like you've been doing. Just because you brought your son over there to kind of get some wiggle room, you know what I'm saying? And with the nepotism thing, I'm not even tripping on that. But the fact is that whether your son is there, whether you bring one of your family members there, whether you bring anybody there, this is still Lakers Nation. They don't care who is there. They want to win championship. But I would expect some shit like that. You know why? Because Jeannie Buss, like I said, man, the apple don't fall too far from the tree. Okay? The apple don't fall too far from the tree. What's up with it, Jose? I see you in here, man. It don't fall too far from the tree. Listen, you sitting up there and you're saying you have unfair expectations. These expectations aren't unfair. Was it unfair for you to be up 20 against the Nuggets and lose the lead? And then be bounced out in the first round? Is it unfair that for the past couple of seasons, you're fighting to get in the play-in? Is it unfair that you have missed the playoffs? Is it unfair that you're getting coaches fired? Coaches that have actually been successful in their own right? When we talk about a Darvin Ham, who has came over there with championship experience. When you're talking about Frank Vogel, who was able to get you, there to the finals. And on top of that, when we talk about Darvin Ham again, when he was able to lead y'all to a Western Conference Finals. What are you talking about? You got unfair expectations. No. Your expectations are fair. It's either championship or bust. Lakers Nation is championship or bust. Shaquille O'Neal has said championship or bust. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar has said championship or bust. Kobe Bryant, we know damn well how he feels, championship or bust. Getting to the playoffs is not good enough. You being bounced out to the first round, that's not good enough. Just because your son, Bronny, look, I don't have nothing against Bronny. Like I said, man, and he's a grown man. He's not no kid. Okay, we got to stop looking at Bronny like he's a kid or whatever. But I'm not putting any expectations on Bronny individually. But as a team, oh yes, you're gonna get expectations. And that's the reason why nobody is taking y'all seriously. Anthony Davis, as much as they criticize Anthony Davis, this is what I believe about Anthony Davis. I believe that Anthony Davis is starting to see everything. He's starting to see the writing on the wall, and he's starting to be like, look, I'm getting older. He know that he's not getting any younger. He knows that he has limited help in the front court, which is what I talked about with the fellas earlier. You do have heavy expectations. You're talking about unfair expectations and stuff like that. Nobody asked you to sit up there and go ham and go crazy just because you wasn't able to get your way and go out and go look for a coach that don't have no experience whatsoever. But nah, you got your ego involved. You want to try to find, really, while we're talking about all this New York, and Minnesota trade and that sort of thing, right? And teams going backwards. The Lakers really went backwards instead of forward. They went backwards instead of forward. I'm not going to key on too much on Bronny for the simple fact that I don't feel that Bronny put all this pressure on himself as much as LeBron had put pressure on him to play. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's in there now and everything, but I feel like some of that pressure was warranted from his father. We gotta understand. We gotta wake up. This guy is ego driven and only cares about himself from this standpoint. He doesn't care about this Lakers organization. He doesn't, because he would say his answer would be different, completely different going into the season. Now I know some people are going to sit up there and say, "Well, it is unfair expectation because look at what they're working with." Cry me a river. If you, they're doing everything that they can to try to accommodate your ass. They're doing everything that they can to try to make everything necessary just to appease you. But instead, what do? You get up here. That's a big letdown already. You saying, okay, yeah, it's unfair expectations. No, it's not. No, it's not. Lakers fans don't want to hear about no unfair expectation. What they want to know is, are you willing to get out there and do what's necessary for the team? Are you going to stop worrying about, oh, okay, yeah, your numbers and your stats and all this other BS? What's up, Luke? I see you in here. That's why. That's why when I associate leadership, I don't put it in the same sentence as LeBron. Yeah, he might be a great player, but there have been great players over time that just don't possess a leadership mentality. That's not a leadership mentality. Oh, we got unfair expectations. Do you think Michael Jordan would have said that? Do you think that Kobe Bryant would have said that? Do you think that any of the greats, Larry Bird, Isaiah, Magic Johnson, talking about unfair expectations? I've never heard a Laker say that shit before. But he's not. He doesn't bleed purple and gold. You know what he bleeds? He bleeds money. He bleeds selfishness. He bleeds greed. He bleeds snaking people. Said LeBron is selfish. Just put his son on a 15 roster. Other rookies feel a different way. Yeah, and look, and like I said, with Bronny, I don't like, to be honest with you. I have to see. Bronny is going to have to play in order for me to see. Okay, maybe he'll be a veteran. Maybe he'll be, a solid veteran in the NBA. We don't know if he'll pan out in the NBA. We don't even know if he'll last 3 to 4 years. But we're gonna have to see first. You know what I'm saying? But right now, that's not what the goal is. Your whole goal, like everybody is looking at this, they're looking at this as a circus show. Okay, nobody's even taking. It's sad because they never used to look at the Lakers like this. When you thought about the Lakers, when you thought about Boston, when you thought about, you know, um, when you thought about, New York Knicks, when you to a lesser degree, when you think about the Golden State Warriors, when you thought about the Houston Rockets, teams like that, you took those teams serious. When you think about the San Antonio Spurs, you take those teams serious. They're not taking the Los Angeles Lakers serious. Jordan Bird, Magic, welcome to challenge. They live up to expectations. Yeah, they lived up to expectation. Please hit the like button, okay? Please hit my like button. It's the top three at the right. Please hit the like button. Get it out. Get it out in the algorithm, please. Hit my like button. Hit my like button. What's up, Ted? Please hit my like button and share this video. Unfair expectations. Unfair expectations, my ass. If anything, you fail to meet expectations. You have failed to meet expectations with this. That's why they're calling this a shit show, a circus show. They don't even take the ring that you got, the quote unquote bubble ring. They don't take that serious. Now it is a championship. Years and years later, years and years down the line, it's just gonna say NBA championship. It's not gonna say bubble ring. It's not gonna say Super Mario Brothers ring. It's not going to say Sega Genesis ring. It's not going to say Walt Disney ring. None of that other shit. It's just going to say NBA championship. That's what it's going to say. You're talking about you have unfair expectation. We have unfair expectation. Well, don't you think it was unfair for your ass to get rid of, and yes, it was you, to get rid of Darvin Ham, a guy all he was trying to do was fertilize your fucking brain? Don't you think it was unfair for you to get rid of a guy in Frank Vogel, who, when trying to implement his system and everything, you think that it didn't work, but obviously his way worked because y'all won a championship with it? Was it unfair for you to pretty much use Russell Westbrook, use him to go ahead and get your scoring record or whatnot, and then after that, go ahead and pretty much I'm not gonna say tarnish his legacy, but kind of like try to take a hit on his character, you know what I'm saying, and get the media to turn against Russell Westbrook and everything, to the point where his wife had to get on social media to where this guy was going through so much, and then next thing you know, he's out of LA only for y'all not to be successful. Was that unfair? Was it unfair that you missed the playoffs? Was it unfair that y'all lost a 20-point lead? Was it unfair that you were unable to hit a clutch shot wide open? Was it unfair that Murray was hitting the shot on you? Was it unfair that you were getting back door? Was it unfair that you were missing defensive assignments? Was it unfair that y'all were losing lead? Was it unfair that you were sitting up there being a crybaby in the middle of the season? Was it unfair that the team was winning without you and AD? Come on, let's talk for real now. Because the last time I checked, Lakers Nation, they do have expectation. No, they got one expectation, which is to win a goddamn championship. Nothing less. LeBron was cherry picking. He's cherry picking, taking plays off. No, play both ends of the floor. How about this? How about, listen, and this might sound harsh. It might sound harsh, but if you have kids and you understand where I'm coming from, if my son is not good enough to play, I'm not bringing his ass out there. If my son is not good enough to do something, I'm going to work with him first, and then I will be able to be the dictator if you're ready, but you still have to work for it. I think you forgot what Lakers culture is. Unfair expectation. No, your expectations is to get to the goddamn finals. Even if you made it to the finals, I'd be like, okay, hey, this motherfuckers is serious. No, you up in here talking about these expectations are unfair. What, because of JJ goddamn Redick? I don't give a fuck if you had a guy that was coaching rec league in that bitch. He doesn't get called out for cherry picking. No, he doesn't. He's not going to get called out for none of that stuff. But you know who I blame? I blame the fans. I blame these fanatics. Oh yeah, he's so great. He's so great. Da 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 da. What about the guys that are playing both ends of the floor? What about the guys that are hustling? What about them guys in H Town, which literally everybody on the team, Ime Udoka got all of pretty much the whole entire roster, including the older players playing both ends of the floor. Nah, y'all want this trend to continue. No, that's what we're trying to stop. Last time I checked, Anthony Edwards, he playing both ends of the floor. That's the last time I checked. Last time I checked, a guy like him, he's trying to go ahead and take this mantle. You know what I'm saying? He's out there working now. He's out there getting it in. He don't give a fuck who is in front of him. Hey, KD, my GOAT. Oh, well, bye, y'all. Ted, what you watch? You be playing at NBA Jam? Boom, shakalaka, and then get the fuck out of the way. Shit, he don't give a fuck if you my GOAT or not. Yeah, you know, we played the USA Olympics, we worked out and all this other shit, but that still would not stop me from sweeping your ass. Unfair expectation. Man, if you don't get the fuck out of here, like, see, that's what you don't want as your leader. I don't want him. Oh, well, these expectations are so unfair. Don't put that on it. Well, who the fuck you think you is? You supposed to be the quote greatest of all time, right? Didn't they still had expectations for Michael Jordan even in the Wizards years? They had expectations for Michael Jordan when he came back with the 45, knowing that he was rusty from playing baseball. They still had expectations for Michael Jordan every single year, even if he didn't win a championship. Guess what? The expectation was for him to get better. The expectation was to be a little bit better that next year. The expectation was for him to get his shooting right. The expectation was for him to get his ball handling right. The expectation was for him to play better defense, in which he was already doing. But they said they needed a little more. The expectation was for him to get his teammates involved. The expectation was, could he get past the Pistons? The expectations, okay, now that you got past the Pistons, now can you win more than one? Now can you win back to back? Now can you three-peat? Yes, we're gonna have expectations for you. You've been having expectations since you came from high school, from St. Vincent St. Mary. Listen, man, don't let me start getting in here. I can get historical. We can go back in the archives and all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? When he played against Modern Day, when he dunked at the Adidas camp, East Bay funking and doing all that stuff, the LeBron that I remember. Your expectations have not been lowered. We don't care if you're 40. You're the one that sat up there and said it. You said that you had more gas in the tank. You got all these guys like Swagoo and Shannon Sharp boosting up. Oh man, getting all that testosterone in there and shit like that on the debate show, talking about how much gas you got left in the tank. And Shannon Sharp up in here, you know what I'm saying, want to be your goddamn pom pom leader, your favorite cheerleader and shit. Okay, you don't think that that's expectations? Unfair. Every NBA player has expectations when you think about it. And LeBron, he's the one doing all the damn talking. He brought this up on himself. Don't flip the script. Now the script drained. Yeah, facts. Salute to your motto. Yes. That's what I'm saying. That is on point. You sat up there and you're saying, if we see you working out at Poly, you know what I'm saying? If you're at Rico Hines, if you're out there working out with Bronny and working out with Bryce and everything like that, well, my mentality And what my thought is, and from the outside looking in, is I'm gonna be like, okay, my expectations is that you are working your ass off for a championship. Matter of fact, if you were really about winning championships, you would barely be on social media. You would barely be posting shit. And then come out and destroying motherfuckers. But no, this is I gotta get my makeup on. I gotta have my do-rag on. I gotta make sure I look good for the camera and all this other shit. Nah, fuck all that. I want you to be boring as hell like a Tim Duncan on media day. Just ready to get to the playoff, then ready to get to the final, then ready to win that Larry O'Brien. I want you to be boring like a motherfucker Greg Popovich. Very serious demeanor. Don't really have no time to answer a whole lot of questions. Mike, I want you to be like a Jordan. Hey, just answer the questions that come there. Shit, just be an introvert and then come out there lighting motherfuckers up. No, y'all want to look all pretty for the camera, saying, "Oh yeah, well we're gonna do this," and giving people all these, making people think that what you're really you're trying to sell as if you're really going to do something for the fans and you're going to deliver a championship for the fans, when really you don't even have that mentality for yourself. You sitting up in here saying that you got unfair, there's unfair expectations placed upon you. What type of mentality is that? That ain't no championship mentality. That's not a championship mentality. A championship mentality, you would have said, okay, the expectations are for us to get to a finals. Okay? A championship mentality, okay, yeah, we got a new coach. We're going to have to roll with the punches. We're going to hold him to the same damn standard. We can't be like, oh, yeah, well, it's his first year. He's never coached and all this other stuff. Nah. You want to play with the big boys. You got to quit his mentality, yes. Oh, I give up, man. Oh, man, it's too hard, man. Let me go to Cleveland. Let me go to Miami. Oh, man, it's too hard, man. You know what, man? I'm going to go back to Cleveland. You ain't even make your goddamn mind up. Oh, man, I don't want to play with these motherfuckers, man. Go ahead and get rid of them. Take my ball and go home. Yeah, I want to play with Kyrie. Still didn't get it done. Still getting mad, getting rid of people. Oh, man, I ain't winning that, man. You know what, man? I'm going to go ahead and go to L.A. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and go to L.A. Oh, man, I can't stand this guy, man. Go ahead and get rid of B.I. Go ahead and get rid of Lonzo. Go ahead and get rid of Kyle Kuzma. Go ahead and get rid of this guy. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man, go ahead and get rid of Luke Walton. Oh, man, yeah, we won a championship, but, man, we couldn't do nothing this year. Man, go ahead and get rid of Frank Vogel. Go ahead and get rid of all these guys, man, that, I won a championship with, man. I'm better than them. Oh, you made it to the Western Conference Finals. Oh, man, go ahead and get rid of Darvin Ham, man. It was his fault. Watch, come All-Star break, you're going to do the same goddamn shit. What you going to say? When, come All-Star break, when y'all not winning that good or something like that, what you going to say? Oh, man, well, man, it was unfair expectation. You know what? Let's go ahead and get rid of J.J. Redick, man. Oh, but you was so drinking all types of wine and Pinot Grigio and all that other bullshit on the podcast, on a fake-ass podcast shit that you got. You don't even know the goddamn name of the wine and shit. Can't even pronounce that shit. You more worried about drinking that wine and shit like that. Nah, man, I ain't doing no goddamn podcast. What you need to be doing, man, is you need to be drinking that goddamn water. You need to be drinking goddamn gallons of water. You need to be in the goddamn weight room. You need to be running lines. You need to be up in there shooting. You need to be like, look, is there anything else? I got to get back to my workout. Shut the door on them and get back into your lab, into your chamber. That is what Lakers are about. Kobe Bryant was working in the dark, working out in the dark. When they was at the Forum at one point, and then they moved to the Staples Center. Just him, Dolo, working out, putting up jumpers. Michael Jordan mad as hell because he missed a free throw. Guess what? Training, feeding them shots, feeding them, rebounding for him, putting shots. You should be angry. You should be mad, man. Fuck all that. I didn't do good with the Olympics. I hate the fact that I got dunked on by a guy that they didn't even know. Now he on the NBA roster. Hey, because the last time I checked, he didn't give a fuck about you. He didn't give a fuck who you was. He didn't give a fuck if you were LeBron standing up under there. Man, he was like, Oh, come on now. Still rised up over your ass. He said, it doesn't matter, LeBron or not, he's still going to climb over your ass. That's what you need to be doing, man. That's what we want to see. Look, you can still win the people over by your play. Yeah, your son's out there, all that other stuff, you know what I'm saying? You play with them a couple minutes, man. If you ain't doing, man, go sit your ass down. I got love for you, Bronny, and everything like that, man, but we trying to win. Hell, shit, man. Fucking baby and these little kids and shit. Oh, and he ain't no little kid either. He's a grown-ass man. Nah, you in the grown man league, man. You think these motherfuckers are gonna be all, soft and sweet with his ass and shit like that? Hell no. Because they had to work to get what they got. Imagine Bronny defending Kyrie and Ja. Not gonna happen. LeBron traded his best friend, D-Wade, from the Cavs. Yeah, we remember that. LeBron drinks too much wine. You agree? Well, I'll get to that in just a second. LeBron had cases of wine in the bubble. Look, I don't give a fuck how much you drink, smoke, pop perks. You know what I'm saying? Smoke weed, smoke cigarettes, smoke Black and Milds. Drinking this, drinking that. Nigga, are you gonna show up to the court? Dennis Rodman was smoking cigars. He was drinking beer. He was slamming down liquor, stuff like that. He made no goddamn excuses. Shit, man. I mean, damn, just because you a wino, that shouldn't stop you from winning a championship. Michael Jordan was drinking a six-pack right after the game and shit like that with Scottie Pippen and shit. Did that stop them from winning? I don't give a fuck about what you do as your vice. What you need is advice. Shit, man. Up in there, we don't got no expectations, stuff like that. What are you playing for then? What are you playing for? That's disgusting. I don't care if you 22 years, 32 years, or whatever. You still playing. You're supposed to be the quote-unquote best player in the league. You the one that they marketing. Come on with the bullshit. Yeah, Larry Bird drank a 12-pack, but it didn't affect the game. I don't give a fuck what you do off the court. Michael Irvin, switching to the football a little bit, Michael Irvin was snorting lines. Drank a little bit with fucking prostitutes. Guess what? Did you think that stopped him from catching that pig skin? Stop all this, man. Like, unfair expectations. That's why don't nobody want to watch. That's why don't nobody want to watch the Lakers. A Lakers fan, you got people, oh man, I ain't no Lakers fan no more. You know what I'm saying? But then you got people hopping over there because they LeBron fans to see the foolishness. It's supposed to be a league. The NBA ain't supposed to be about foolishness. Then if he gets bounced out, y'all make excuses for him. Oh, well, this happened. Oh, well, that happened. No, ain't none of that shit happened. You gotta wake up, man. You gotta realize, man, that this guy, um, that he doesn't have leadership quality. He's set in his ways. Okay. Uh, you didn't hear Akeem Olajuwon. You didn't hear. You didn't hear. Even the greats that didn't win championships. You know what I'm saying? You didn't hear Charles Barkley or John Stockton or Karl Malone or none of those guys. You didn't hear them talk about unfair expectation. No, the Utah Jazz, they had expectations even though that they weren't winning championship. They had expectations to at least be getting to the finals. You didn't hear Larry Bird saying, "Oh, well, these people at Boston, man, they give us, it's so unfair that no, fuck all that. Nah, their expectations is your ass need to be at least in the finals. You didn't hear, Isaiah or Joe Dumars and none of those other guys or Chuck Daly and none of them guys saying, "Oh yeah, well, they're saying that it's very unfair, so we're just gonna go ahead and relax." No, y'all motherfuckers need to be competitive like you are. Those are the expectations. The expectations is to be successful. What's up with it, Alex? I see you in the building. Yeah, the Tigers won. Yeah, great, hooray! All right, yeah. You know what I'm saying? But right now, we talking about this motherfucker right now. That's what we talking about. There are expectations that you have when you put that uniform on, and it's not just for you. It's for the players in the past. It's for guys that have came before you that have put raised banners in the Raptors. You know what I'm saying? Not no bubble ring championship as they call it. Not a championship where they say they got to put an asterisk by it and none of that other stuff. Please hit the like button in here. Nah, let's get real, man. You want people to feel sympathy just because you got JJ Redick in there. You want people to feel sympathy just because your son is there. I don't feel no sympathy that Bronny's there. Matter of fact, man, I want Bronny to go even harder because he's green right now. He don't know what He don't know what he about to experience, man. I mean, it's all good to sit up there and you might have played with a couple of NBA players in some pickup games and stuff like that, man. But nah, man. Every other night, man. Every other night, especially in the Western Conference, and I'm talking about when you start getting more and more playing time. Every other night, you're gonna be facing you're gonna be facing a different breed. You're gonna be facing a John Morant, like Ted was saying. You're gonna be facing an Anthony Edwards. You're gonna be facing an SGA. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be facing a Jalen Green. You're gonna be facing some of these top level guards, Terrence Shannon Jr. when he gets getting playing time. You're gonna be facing, a Drew Holiday. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be facing, you know, uh, a Tyler Hero. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be facing, a Brandon Miller, some of these guys, in Charlotte and stuff like that. You're gonna be facing a lot of these motherfuckers, man, that's really gonna be coming at you. I'm talking about out on the perimeter. You're gonna be facing the McDaniel. You're gonna be facing these guys in OKC. You're gonna be facing them guys, what I'm saying, that have failed a couple of years or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They hungry. They're wondering like, why are you even on this hardwood? Why are you over here with us? That's what you're gonna be facing. Ain't nobody gonna take it easy on you. Oh, this is LeBron's son. Don't foul him. Yeah, right. Uh-uh. Oh, this is LeBron's son. Oh, that's the one that almost died. Oh well, fuck it. And that's how they think. I mean, it's harsh, but they're gonna use everything that they can, against you, man. This is a man's league. No bitches allowed. But y'all want to sit up and, oh, nah, man, unfair expectations. No expectations for the Lakers. Oh, they got J.J. Redick. Oh, they got this guy. They're trying to, You don't think Ray Allen and Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce had expectation when they got up? You said players would call Bronny a scrub in front of LeBron. Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. What you gonna do? You gonna get mad? Do something. What's up? You want some of this too, old man? You gonna debo your ass? No. Yeah, man. Man, this is what you signed up for. This is what you signed up for. All these unfair expectations, nah, that's bullshit. Throw that shit out of the window. Nah, I'm expecting your ass to get to the final. I'm expecting your ass to win Larry O'Brien. I'm expecting your ass, to jail with your coach. I'm expecting J.J. Redick with all the shit that he taught, all these X's and O's and A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, elemental P, and all this other bullshit to the fifth power and trigonometry and college algebra and calculus and all this other bullshit that has nothing to do with the goddamn winning championship elite basketball, because you ain't even got no championship. You ain't never won no title, man. You ain't done nothing of prominence. So how can anybody take your ass seriously anyway? You up in here talking about all the, the diameter and Pythagorean theorem and all this other bullshit. Don't nobody give a fuck about that shit, motherfucker. Are you gonna lead us? Are you gonna lead us somewhere? Is what you're selling? Are they gonna buy in? Are they gonna buy into all this stuff you drawing up and shit like that? Man, hell, you probably drunk when you was writing that shit up. This is a pin square. Like, motherfuckers are so stupid or whatever, man. If you that so great and shit like that, nigga, you would have been able to execute all that shit. Yeah, you were drunk as hell. Drinking some goddamn what's that? Carlos Rossi, he probably wasn't even drinking authentic wine. He was up in there drinking Boone's Farm and shit. You know what I'm saying? Up in there, motherfucker up in there drinking MD 2020 and shit. LeBron up in there drinking MD 2020 with a black and mild and shit. Yeah, over there drinking that gas station wine and shit. Over there drinking 211 and shit. Talking about, yeah, man, we finna play for the Lakers and shit. Motherfucker, man, you delusional as a motherfucker, man. You just went up in there, man, and talked a good game, and then they hired your dumb ass. Yeah, with a do-rag on and shit. Ain't nobody taking your goddamn ass serious, man. You fucking got your do-rag at the goddamn beauty salon store, goddamn Walmart or some bullshit. Man, get your ass up out of here, man. You ain't never coached a day in his life and shit. You got people out here that literally can't coach this game, that literally do know what the fuck they doing, that do have championships on their resume. Hey, it ain't the NBA, but guess what? They can say that they won. They can say that they won at the JUCO level. They can say that they won at the D1 level. They can say that they won like Hurley. You know what I'm saying? They can say that they won at the NCAA level. You know what I'm saying? You up in here, you talk a good ass game and shit, on a podcast show and shit, and all of a sudden your foot is in the door. If that's the case, hell, everybody should have their foot in the door. The brother Ticket TV, he should have his foot in the door. Hey, he should be working somewhere. Too Raw, he should be working somewhere. Showtime, he should be working somewhere. LVZ, he should be working somewhere. T Price, he should be working somewhere. LB, he should be working somewhere. Nola Boy, he should be working somewhere. Casino, he should be working somewhere. If everybody can do it, Cypress TV, he should be working somewhere. Ted, he should be working somewhere. Jose Rodriguez, he should be working somewhere. Scrub Zero, he should be working somewhere. If everybody got a podcast, everybody gives their damn expectations and give their knowledge on the game and shit like that, that don't mean that your ass is fit for coaching. Nigga, you gonna be on the hot seat every goddamn day. You gonna be on the hot seat every goddamn day. All eyes is gonna be on your ass. You want to talk about Karl Anthony Towns gonna have pressure on him? Nah, fuck that. Hey, nigga, your ass is fitting to have a lot of pressure on you. And then as soon as you start losing, don't go on no losing streak. Don't go on no losing streak. They gonna start bringing up everything negative. Then your mind ain't gonna be able to handle it because we know you ain't strong-minded. Your ass up in there cursing like you goddamn Navy SEAL and shit at boot camp or something. Respond or like at the goddamn press conference and shit. Like this goddamn boot camp, Full Metal Jacket on some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you Private Pile or some bull, like yelling at Private Pile and shit. Yeah, we're gonna see. By February, I want to see that whole. Hey, we've seen this shit before. We've seen this shit before. How can you not get mad at the brother Brandon Love Sports? Shout out to Brandon Love Sports for feeling the way that he's feeling. Don't nobody want to see this candy apple shit. James Worthy was serious about playing. Byron Scott was serious about playing. Michael Cooper was serious about playing. Pat Riley was hard-nosed, didn't joke around a lot. Jay West, it drives him insane not to win. Yeah, broke his, but then gonna come out there with a cast. Man, come on, man. Look. That dumb shit that you just said, LeBron, talking about there's unfair expectations that are placed upon you. I think that was the dumbest thing that you could have said. Because what that lets Lakers, and I feel sorry for Lakers fans, what that lets Lakers fans know is that you've already checked out even before you have stepped foot on the floor. And LeBron fans, y'all could get mad. Y'all could get angry. That's all right. Because I don't, every other day I'm not sitting up in here making a video about LeBron. But he does get the smoke. And if you notice, I don't cook LeBron often. But this right here, you deserve to be air fried. Yeah, you've checked out. Throw in the towel in my rocky voice. It's disgusting. I don't like this type of mentality. Everybody like, oh man, you're taking it too serious and stuff like that. Well, damn, I thought passion was taking things serious. I thought, the game of basketball was to be taken serious. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I can understand, having fun off the court and all that other stuff. That's not what I'm saying. Don't blow it out of context. But what I'm saying is, listen, this is your livelihood. This is your job. This is what you're supposed to do. Your job is to deliver. You have a mission. Like, the expectation is to complete the mission. You're already checking out. You already giving up. Yeah, to be on the All-Star, man, listen, man, Like he's got to earn his keep, man. He's got to earn his keep. Just like if Bryce is not good enough, I'll say, look, he's not good enough. Not good enough right now. Just a little bit of work. Now like I don't go so far to say, okay, yeah, he'll never do this and he'll never do that, because you just never know. You never know with each individual. And an individual can break out of their shell at any given point. They may never break out of their shell. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he wasn't. I mean, Seth Curry. Seth Curry wasn't sitting up there crying, playing. Seth Curry was. He's pretty good, man. He was pretty good, especially when he played for us. When he played for the Sixers, man, he did a solid job. Is he gonna be as good as Steph Curry? No, no. But was he good in his own right? Yeah. He's still an NBA player. I'm like I said, I'm not putting all these expectations on Bronny James. I'm not. You're trying to get a guy, man. Literally, look. I don't put all this stuff on LeBron on Bronny James, and this is why. Even though his name is LeBron, but I don't put all this stuff on Bronny Jr. and this is why. Okay, first off, we're not realizing, man. Let's take basketball out of it for a second. We're not understanding that this is a guy that literally was dead, and they had to resuscitate him. He was a cardiac arrest. Okay, do you know what that means? I don't think people letting that sink in. We have NBA players that have died from it. We've had basketball players that have died from that. I think we forget about Hank Gathers. I think we forget about Reggie Lewis. We have players that have had heart problems. Did we forget about Jeff Green, had open heart surgery? Did we forget about R.I.P. Willie Cager, played for the Texas Western, as what we know as UTEP now, but he played for Texas Western on the 1966 NCAA championship team. But he had a overgrown heart, an enlarged heart, I should say. We're not realizing that. You got the best doctors in the world, and you have this and you have that, but if the body says that it's too much to handle, I'll let you fill in the blank, because I don't like putting that energy out there. That's what I think about it. So I'm taking basketball. Let's think about life. Let's think about life. Yeah, Sean Elliott with the kidney issue. Yeah, Alonzo Mourning, kidney, had issues too as well. Was fighting for his life. But then you want to sit there. The guy barely plays. All right. Well, barely plays in college. Let's just get that out there. He barely plays in college. Barely doesn't have a training camp. You want him to start getting ready. All right. And then because of your own selfishness, you talk about you got a lot of gas in the tank and shit. Okay. You want him to force himself to get ready and do all this other stuff, knowing damn well he's not on that goddamn level. You're playing with seasoned vets. You're playing with guys that have already, their bodies are already warm. Okay, all of a sudden you're just thinking that this guy is going to come in, he's going to be ushered in, grandfathered in or whatever, and then all of a sudden he's supposed to just go ahead and make it happen. And you want him to be ready at a certain time and stuff like that. Let's just call it what it is. You putting pressure on him. That's not good for his body. You have to let a guy develop. He said me and you could average 4 points per game and 2 rebounds. Shoot. I'm not saying, listen, the NBA, man, is difficult, bro. It's hard. And now I never, like, I might be the minority on this, when I make this statement right here. Size to me doesn't really matter, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really doesn't. It's just your hard work that you put in. Chris Paul did say, he said, you only get out of it what you put into it. You know what I'm saying? So all that height stuff, oh yeah, you got to be shit. I didn't give a fuck if I knew Bronny James wasn't no 6'3", 6'4". I knew he wasn't. You know what I'm saying? But that I wasn't tripping on that shit. Can you play? Like that's what the question is. Like, can you play? Can you still make an impact? You know what I'm saying? And right now, he still needs to develop. If I was Bronny, I would have had to look. When my son gets older, I want him to make his own decision. My son told me he didn't want to play basketball no more. I can't get mad at him. He'd rather play t-ball, or he'd rather play, something else. Okay, I'm not going to force it on him. Yeah, Nate Robinson was 5'8". Spud Webb 5'7". Murphy Bogues 5'3". Earl Borkins 5'4", 5'5", whatever he was. You know what I'm saying? Like, it like that shit doesn't matter. What can you do to make up for that? It doesn't really matter. You know what I'm saying? Now you're gonna have people that's still trying to compete. They're gonna be coming at you. That's what it is. You got a lot of people that are really trying to take your place. A lot of people are angry at the fact that you're at this level. Nah, you can't teach 7 feet. Can't teach 6'7". Nah, you can't. You can't. But spinning the block, and I'm gonna close. I'm gonna close on this right here, man. Listen, man. Excuse me. We gotta wake up, man, and realize, man, that this isn't leadership. What LeBron is doing is not leadership. Unfair expectation, no. Y'all have every expectation, including winning the championship. If y'all don't win, it's a failure. It's a failure. You can have JJ Redick. You can have, Kamala Harris as your coach. You can have Donald Trump as your coach. Hell, you could. Hey, listen, man. You could have goddamn fucking Lou. Shout out to Lou Young. You can have Lou Young. You can have Shannon Sharp as your goddamn coach. It don't make no damn difference. Yeah. Come on, Mr. Wabbit. Come on. I have some carrots. Ooh, fooey Wabbit. Yeah, man. Like, you can have anybody on there, man, but the expectations ain't gonna change. You know what I'm saying? Like, you this is what you wanted. This is the circus that you wanted to build. This is the circus that you want to build. Now you're gonna have to be the traveling circus. That's what it is, and it's gonna be sort of shout out. Rest in peace to Pee Wee Herman, but that's what it's gonna be like. It's gonna be like the traveling circus. Pee Wee's big adventure, I think it was. That's what it's gonna be like. It's gonna be one big ass traveling circus. But the only way that I'm gonna be able to take you seriously is if, okay, you really coming out there playing, you really coming out there making a statement. Let's see what that happens. Other than that, you saying that you have unfair expectations or whatnot, shit, you full of shit. Plain and simple. Straight to the point. Be sure to hit that like button, sub to the channel if you're not a member. Also hit them notifications too. Till then, man, I'll get at y'all later.